I'll just give you a brief intro about myself and kind of what I've been doing lately with experimenting with ChatGPT, um, and how you can use it to write your social media posts. I have posted another Facebook Live um, on how to customize your ChatGPT. We'll go over that real quick so it writes in your voice. And then yesterday I posted one on how to do uh, meta tags and how to help it how to have ChatGPT help you rewrite your meta tags for specific keywords that you're targeting. And then the previous day I posted on how to do keyword research. And um, and tomorrow I'm going to talk marketing planning and the 14 steps that I have in building out a marketing plan. Um, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but I am thinking about having ChatGPT generate um, a marketing plan using my 49 questions that a would-be entrepreneur would answer to generate their marketing plan. So we're going to see how ChatGPT does it. So far, what I've been experimenting with, it does it pretty well. So yeah, so a little bit about myself. I'm a licensed CPA. I own my own businesses, couple different businesses for the last 25 years or so. Um, Worked a few years in there as an employee as well, but generally been a business owner most of my career. Um, where I learned about internet marketing and search engine optimization and social media marketing was in the trenches. I owned a sporting goods retail store or internet retailing store for not quite 20 years. And during that time, I did get listed on Internet Retailer's Top 1,000, I think at least two times. I've spoken as a small business owner how you can compete with the bigger businesses on a smaller budget. Spoke at shop.org, e-tail multiple times, as well as Internet Retailer multiple times as well. Um, so I've used my search engine optimization and social media to actually pay the bills. Um, but what I have to say too is my lawyer says I can't, anything I say basically is not an income claim. It's my personal results. Your results may vary or will vary, certainly. Um, and that this video is being provided for information purposes only. So if you've ever tried to figure out what you're going to do for social media posts, I'm going to walk you through a few things that I'm doing right now. Next week, we're going to actually kick it up a notch, and we're going to show you what you can do to schedule multiple posts. So you can build an Excel table and have it generate multiple files for you. So with that, let's go um, over to ChatGPT. We'll hide this. And of course, today we had a little hiccup with starting, but now this time we don't have the hiccup with converting over to ChatGPT. So one thing I'm going to just talk to it briefly. I do have another video on how to customize your ChatGPT profile to make it right in your style. And all you really need to do is create a simple prompt, something like review the writing style of these emails, or whatever you're going to put in here, blog posts or reports, and come up with a writing style prompt that I can put in my profile. Something like that. It doesn't have to be overly complex. I will admit I was nervous asking ChatGPT to critique my writing style, and it was pretty generous, pretty kind, I should say. So what you can do is um, take the prompt that you get. I'm using the Plus platform, which means I pay the $20 a month. Um, I was at a seminar through uh, Northwestern's Kellogg School of Management the other week, and he definitely, one of the key takeaways was to pay for the Plus program, which I had already been doing. But he also said to maybe think about paying for the more advanced versions. So that's something that I will consider. And then all you do is come in here and what traits should ChatGPT have? In voice and tone, professional and authoritative. Pape leverages his extensive experience in accounting and business to provide knowledgeable insights. His tone instills confidence and demonstrates expertise. So now, if you put something in there, then you would just hit save and go from there. So that's how to set up pretty quickly how to set up your ChatGPT profile so it writes in your writing style. The next thing you want to do is, and I've already done this, is define your social media plans that you want it to write for. So that way, when you ask it to generate social media posts for you, it will do it automatically, and we can test it a couple different ways. We'll test it with a URL, and then we can do it one where we test it and ask it to generate like 5 different files for us. And in testing, as always, ChatGPT does it usually pretty well, but of course it never does it the exact, well, I shouldn't say never, but when I've asked it to do things multiple times, it hasn't done it the same way exactly. So we'll see what we get today. Going live is always a little risky, but and what you can do is just do another prompt when I ask you to generate a social media plan, social media posts, generate posts for Twitter, Facebook, fan page, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Store this in your memory. So this way, I have already done this, so we're not going to do it again, but we'll test it, and of course, gotta love going live. You hit this button here, and it will store that information in there. So what we will do is we can test on that, and of course it was working off camera. We'll see how it works. With camera, or on camera, I guess. So visit this URL, and if you notice, I'm using a URL shortener. I'm a big fan of URL shorteners. This is just one that I had purchased and set up, and write social media posts for this URL. Now notice I'm not going to say which ones, and as I should expect, it should do those 4 that I have set up, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so this is why you gotta love going live, because we just did this off camera and it worked like a charm. So we'll try it again. I should have these pre-done and and so that I could just pull them up, which may be something. All right, so fool me once. So that was working. Visit this URL and create a social media post linked to this URL, and hopefully this works. And if it doesn't, we're going to use the other prompt that was working. And if this doesn't work, we'll do it another way, which is and of course, and this time, and this is what I find with ChatGPT, it doesn't always follow what you expect it to do, which is frustrating, especially when you do it live. But so what we're gonna do probably next time is we're gonna do like the chef and have it cooked, have the cooked product when we go live next time. So what you can also do, and I find that you have to do, is sometimes you got to ask it to do it again. Sometimes it doesn't listen to your information or ask you to generate a file, and it doesn't do it for you. But so write social media posts for LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, fan page, and Instagram. And especially if you've used ChatGPT to generate a particular image, and it will sometimes like change more than you ask it. So say for example, you may ask it to tweak something, but not change anything else, and only remove this one little component, and it'll give you a completely different image. So luckily I've seen this before, so it's not a super big surprise that it's not cooperating, and that's one of the challenges of going live. But so, and notice for this one, Twitter X post, I put in here in the memory, and this time it picked it up, was to remember to make it under 280 characters in length. And then what you can do with this post is just copy it and paste it into Hootsuite, or your social media platform, and schedule it as you'd like. One other thing you can do is you can ask it to generate a file, and with timestamps. So say for example, I use Hootsuite. I am not associated with them at this point. Maybe I will be at some point, but as of right now, I'm not getting anything for recommending them. But this prompt here is going to be very similar. We'll see how it handles this URL shortened right here, if it follows it like it did before off camera. And what I've asked it to do is generate a Twitter, Facebook fan page, and LinkedIn message, including relevant tags. Generate 5 different URLs or messages for this URL. So what this did off camera was it didn't actually go ahead and do all the social media platforms. We'll see probably now that I mentioned it, it probably will. But and now it's going to probably find that URL. So it's not finding that URL, just like, okay, so you gotta love it. I love going live. So one of the things with ChatGPT is you gotta love, sometimes it just doesn't handle this the way you'd like it. And so if you notice too here, I added the UTM parameters. So we'll just, this is one I'm going to work on for next week. We'll see how it goes. It should be pretty close. The only thing that probably won't be just get rid of the URL parameters there, and then say this. Use this URL shortener for the link. And so what you can do is create these prompts, and as you can see, I'm developing them and experimenting with them virtually live. But I think what I'll do next time is I will run them off camera and show you kind of like a baking show. So that way I can control what is seen. But that kind of ruins the live aspect of it, right? It's kind of the okay. So now, it did it for Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And what we'll do is we will pull up that schedule. Hopefully. Oh, and I forgot to go to full screen. F function F11. That's like my favorite favorite little hack that I learned this. All right. And so then this was the CSV file that got generated, and the reason it's formatted in this way is this is what I needed to be formatted for Hootsuite, and I have actually done this where I did multiple URLs, and I can show you that too. So this is what and so what you can do with this CSV file that is generated is post it to Hootsuite, and then it'll schedule it around these times, these dates and times. And what I'm going to go over next week is I've been experimenting with this file here. And basically it's setting up those links, which it did like a champ before, and then generating like just a CSV file in generating a CSV file. This is the format within ChatGPT, so it reads it and treats it like a column, and importing that and then asking it to spit out these different schedules. And I'm going to refine the prompts so those UTMs get created for each one of those URL shorteners, so that way I can track where those social media visits are coming from. So with that, we're at about 25 minutes. That's about where I wanted to try and be with these with these Facebook lives. Sorry again for the technical issues. Maybe tomorrow we won't have any technical issues. Yeah, so what you can do with these writing prompts is generate your social media posts, but you can also use it to rewrite your emails. You can use it to rewrite blog posts, and you can ask it to focus on these particular keywords when you're writing those blog posts. So it's pretty powerful to ask ChatGPT to rewrite things for you. And just keep experimenting with it. I really feel like this is the internet and email back in the 90s, where everyone was just trying to figure it out and kept at it, kept working and making mistakes and experimenting, kind of like today. ChatGPT wasn't cooperating with me, but it's just something that seems to happen right now, and it doesn't do exactly what you ask it, and sometimes you have to ask it multiple times. So with that, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. If you would like that social media document that I'm working on right now, post a comment, social media, in the comments of this video, wherever you're watching it, whether it's going to be on YouTube or Facebook or all the different platforms I push this out to, and I will send you that as a Google document, so that way you can experiment with it and improve upon it, and make it your own. So take care and have a great day. Hopefully you'll check out tomorrow. We're going to talk marketing plans. I have like 14-step process, 49 questions. You can do it manually, but I think we're going to try and do it live again with ChatGPT and do like a pretend business. If you are a business owner in a particular industry, let us know, and we will run our questions through that and develop a marketing plan with what ChatGPT thinks. And you can use that as a starter, and then you could go through these 49 questions yourself and supplement the ChatGPT with your expertise. All right, take care. Bye.